Hi there. My name is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks.
And I'm James Maynard, otherwise known as Sweet Baby James.
And tonight, I'm going to talk about a very important topic. Well, we think it's important anyway, which is how do you move forward when you're staying in place?
Good question.
I just crashed.
How do we do that during these times?
Know. Well, before I give the answer to that, or actually I'm going to be asking the audience to participate.
Yes.
So get your participating energy all together. But before we do that, I'm going to ask Sweet Baby James to introduce our show.
Well, you have come to Granny Rocks, where every Monday and Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, Granny shares her wit, her wisdom, and her very uncommon sense. So without further ado, here's Granny.
Yeah, well, okay. It says we're live. I was trying to do this while Sweet Baby James was introducing us. Well, we already have, a mess, as usual. I keep forgetting to turn off. Okay, Elizabeth said hello and sent a heart. Hello.
Elizabeth.
And Kim said, howdy, all. And she's wearing...
Howdy, y'all.
She's wearing sunglasses on her sunshine, and Luann is waving, and we are waving back. So we're so happy to see you. Okay, so I am asking you guys to participate.
Right.
Okay. Everybody's going to leave now. Oh, there's nobody watching. How could they possibly? Anyway, so this question, many of us feel frustrated, like we feel like our lives are standing still. Now, some of us, like some of the healthcare workers who are working with the virus and so on, they are working overtime, so they don't have any stay in place. They are like out there on the front lines. And there are others like warehouse workers and people who work in grocery stores and so on. Karen says, hi, you two, and sends a green heart and a swirl, and hello, Karen. But for many, 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 many of us, we are stuck. We are staying in place, alone or together. And so it is very easy to start feeling like hemmed in and like your life is on hold and you're not moving forward. You had planned to do this, you had planned to do that, and now you can't do any of those things. Mm-hmm. And you don't even know when you're going to be able to do those things. So how do you feel like you're moving forward in life when you're staying in place, and you may even feel like you're standing still? Well, I think there are 3 arenas where we can do that. One is, and these are the 3 questions that I want to ask you, and we can talk about each one of them as it relates to this topic. What do you want to learn? Mm-hmm. What do you want to do? Mm-hmm. And who do you want to be?
Ooh, that's a big one.
Kim says, keep pushing out love. Yes, that's what we're doing.
Love you, Kim. Love you.
We're pushers, love pushers, right?
Love pushers.
Love
that's right.
pushers. I love it, Kim. So let's start with, and I'm going to give some examples, and then I want you to chime in. All right. Oh, Maria says, que lindos. How pretty, how lovely.
How lovely, yes.
Amy said, thank you for this great topic. I forgot how much I could be thinking about and or doing instead of looking at this time as just free time that I can waste. And Tracy says hello and sends, loving kisses. So, for instance, what do you want to learn? Okay, this is your opportunity to finally learn Spanish. I know you have the internet. At least almost everybody out there has the internet because you're watching us.
That's true.
How would you be watching us if you don't have access to the internet?
That's right.
You gotta go. So you go on the internet and you find free online lessons to learn Spanish. Maria is desde Ecuador. She's watching from Ecuador. Mm-hmm. Speaking of learning Spanish.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're doing quite well.
Yes. Hola, Maria. ¿Qué tal? So anyway, vamos a aprender español. Or I want to be at peace is what Island says. Wait, you're ahead of me. And Kim says, hi, Maria. So, but don't lose that, Island. I want to be at peace because that's who I want to be. So, okay. So people say, oh, Granny, you play the piano so beautifully. Because we do Dreams of Peace every Thursday night, right?
You've had a number of people ask for lessons.
Oh, yeah. So I can't teach you to play the piano, but you could be taking classes online, many of which are free. Just go online. You want to learn the piano? Start.
Or any instrument, for that matter.
Use any instrument. So a tuba, if you happen to have one hanging out in the apartment. If you want to start studying medicine, start studying medicine. I mean, it sounds crazy, but there's always something to learn.
Or develop a new hobby.
Exactly. So that's a doing.
Oh.
Let's not get ahead
of the curve.
Everybody's getting ahead of themselves. Try to remember all of those. So then the next thing is, what do you want to do? So you want to learn, and this is a doing and a learning, quilting, because you want to make a quilt by the time next winter comes around, right?
Right.
Well, get going. Start cutting up the rags. I think that's how you make quilts. Take a bunch of patterns and learn how to sew and stick them together. Or you want to, what do you want to do? You want to write the great American novel.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
Or journal and write your own life story.
That's right. Write your life story. As long as you have, look, if you don't have any other paper, you can always probably start writing on a paper towel if you have any, or you have some scrap paper that's in your recycle bin.
As a Word document on your computer.
That's right.
Yeah.
You could do that. You can start writing. You can start
Save the toilet paper for more important uses.
No, the toilet paper definitely. So so Elizabeth said, I'd like to paint. Don't know if this is learning or just do it. Well, that's up to you, honey. You can just do it and just paint. Or if you want to learn more about painting, what a wonderful opportunity to learn more. I mean, you're moving forward. See, I'm going to make some other statement about this in a minute, but I want to get to the who do you want to be? And the Island said, I want to be more peaceful. Well, try to figure out how to be more peaceful. Like, watch Granny Rocks. Come to our Thursday afternoon free video conference where we support people to feel more calm and strong around the coronavirus. All the information is in the post on this show. And you can just click on it, register. It's totally free. Become more peaceful. Study Buddhism and become more peaceful. Or walk in nature if you have any place to go. Or learn how to meditate and become more peaceful. I mean, if you want to become more loving, start thinking about, take one thing, one person that you want to learn to be more loving towards, and actually do it. Make the call, make the phone call, write the letter or the email. Think positive thoughts about them. Try to clear up the garbage of the past that you didn't clear up yet, which is why you don't feel loving towards them. Amy said, keep working on my intuition. That's good. That's a doing and a being, becoming more intuitive. So
that's something you teach, isn't it?
I do. That is very true. I train people in using their intuition. You have to pay me for this. This is a class. But if you go to the same link where the free stuff is, you'll see there's a train your intuition to the master, and I think you can still register even though you're late. Yes. Deborah said, good idea. Write the life story as a journal. The great novel gets stuck because it is fictionalized version of my life. But I can't finish it because I'm still alive. I love it, Deborah. So
how does it end?
Right.
It can't end yet.
So when you think about it, there's always things that you can do that you don't do because you're so darn busy, right? are distracted, or you're doing this or doing that. And this is an opportunity to move forward. Now, here is the general idea. To watch videos on dog training. Right? Did you hear that?
That's a great idea.
Right. Oh, yes. Deborah says, do it. Yes, do it. Procrastination. So start working on your procrastination. Do one little thing that day that you are procrastinating on.
Well, she just mentioned a little before here. She could just start journaling her life story.
Exactly.
A little bit at a time.
Exactly. So I'm going to write the Great American Autobiography. I already have a name. I don't even have to finish it. You know, here's the general point. And then I really want to hear more from everybody, including SBJ here. That would be sweet baby James. We don't have to wait. Too much of our lives are spent waiting for something to happen that will allow us to learn, to do, or to be different. And what we need to say to ourselves is, let me have a goal. A goal. I don't even believe in goals. But in this case, have a goal of like, what do I mean by have a goal? I don't mean a set thing that you have to do it, and if you don't do it, you're a bad girl or boy or something like that. I mean something that you can have a vision of, something that would be beneficial, that you can move toward. And it doesn't matter if you succeed or not. Make something up, for heaven's sake.
So long as you have something to move toward.
Exactly. And Elizabeth said, I want to find balance with all aspects in life. I love that. So start with you at home. How do you find balance with all the aspects of your own life? And Deborah says it's called Ashes for Dumavati. What is? Your journal? I don't know.
Oh,
it's a life process. Very cool.
Ah.
So, you see, make anything up that you can move forward towards.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It may not be something you ever thought about doing before.
Mm-hmm.
Or it may be something that you have in deep in your heart. She said, as in Sirsana in yoga. I don't do yoga, Deborah, because I'm too crippled, even for yoga. But but I have been exercising, right? See, I'll tell you something. We are very busy on the internet. We do 3 live streams a week, and we do this free video conference every Thursday. And so I'm very busy. But what I'm not busy doing is making money. I have almost no money-making stuff going on here. So I could sit here and say, oh my God, when am I going to start making a living? Will I ever make a living? Is anybody going to be, are there any benefactors out there who love us and love grant? We have a nonprofit corporation. You can make a tax-deductible donation.
You're way underemployed.
Oh.
So those blank spaces in your schedule you can use for the kind of things you're talking about.
Exactly. Deborah said it's a process in which I may never achieve, but it is in the process. Oh, I love that. I got from an aphorism from God, which is like a saying. Years ago, I got a book called, I channeled a book called God's Little Aphorisms. You can find it on Amazon. And in that book it says, stretch, don't strive. And that is so in alignment with what you're talking about, Deborah. I want to be in the process of stretching myself, and instead of striving to be something. So we're not trying to achieve something. We're trying to stretch ourselves. Erica said, I've heard you talk about stretching versus striving. I want to be a better version of myself in spite of how many times I trip over my ego. I love that. That's who you want to be. Well, do it, honey. You can do it. Pick one thing, one little stretch, right? Where you say, oh, if I were being more of that better version of myself, what choice would I make here? See, we bring it down to little chunks, where I can stretch here. And Deborah said, yeah, I do that. I like that. And she said, money? Is that a joke? Like, what's
Really?
money, right? We haven't gotten any of the money yet, so, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm too busy having these wonderful things to do where I feel I'm going to be stretching myself. I'm going to be doing things that I really want to do that I claim I can't do because I'm too busy. Well, I'm kind of running out of excuses, am I not? Anyone else want? What about you? Yes.
Well, one of the things I want to do is to work on my creative expression, which is primarily in music. And so, singing, practicing the singing the songs, working up new songs, arrangements, that sort of thing. It's more time to do it.
That's right.
But even more importantly than that is to work on self-improvement. Continually noticing when I'm off, when I'm on, when I'm in my ego, when I'm not in my ego, and strengthening my relationships with people, especially my spouse, where I can maintain that heartfelt connection more and more instead of withdrawing into my silo at times, as we've noticed. Yes.
Exactly. So you're not standing still. Deborah said chunking and funking. I hate to tell you this, Deborah, but I'm so old, I have no idea what you're talking about. But let's chunk and funk. It
sounds like
good.
dancing.
So, well, maybe it is.
There's funk dancing, and then chunking. I don't know quite what that is.
I don't. Chunking sounds like eating too much, but anyway. Yeah, I would like to see myself moving towards being a better person, whatever that means for me. For me, a lot of that is about fighting for myself in a clean way, not trying to fight against anyone, but fighting for something positive. I'm busy fighting for a better world, and I'm doing it here, and we're doing in everything we're doing, and I feel the energy like we can do this. And Deborah says, I come back to Ashtanga after my cervical vertebrae collapsed. Ooh.
Came back to
Ashtanga after my cervical vertebrae collapsed. I lost my right arm use, but I'm back on the mat.
Good for you,
Take
Deborah.
it to the mat.
Yeah.
Deborah.
Take it to the limit.
Yes, it is. Word bites. Okay. Those must be chunking and funking. So, and Island said, I've been walking and watching my breath. So you are, and learning, doing, and being are all the same. There's no real distinction because we learn to be more than we've been, and we do it, which gives us more courage, and we become it by doing it. And Nashat wrote us a beautiful statement in Arabic, which we can't translate live. It doesn't come out, but I will take that statement afterwards in the comments. I'm going to look at them.
And he sent lots of flowers and love with that comment.
He did. He's a very loving man. A very loving man in Syria. And not in Syria, in Lebanon. Anything else that you, James, or anyone else would like to share about how we can move forward in our understanding, in our depth, in our compassion, in our physical health, breathing cleaner air, for example, taking the time to make healthier food, taking the time to eat in a healthier way.
Well, one thing I would add is
Yes.
this is a great time, now that you have more time, to up-level, upgrade the quality of your life, the quality of your interactions, the quality of how you maintain your home. You've got more time to create beauty and order and organization and harmonious relationships.
That is so true. Todd said, I love this and love you too. Well, we love you too.
Love you too, Todd.
T-O-O, Todd. And Karen says, be more conscious in the present. Love myself more in all ways.
Yes, yes.
Yes, indeed. Look at this. Are we waiting?
No.
Todd sends a heart and it looks like a star. Absolutely. We are not waiting. We are moving forward. Isn't it ironic? We can move forward more in silence, in not running around. Deborah says, yes, lovely morning over the Himalayas. And Amy sends all kinds of hearts. So I want you to think about this. Don't feel like you're waiting. Don't feel discouraged. Don't get frustrated. I mean, it's hard not to, right? But there are so many more important things. Tracy said we are moving forward. Yes, indeed. And when you come to this show or to our video conference, you can feel the support of other people to learn, to do, to become. You know, I said in the beginning, make something up. Create something that you want to do. But in truth, we're not making it up. We're going inside ourselves and finding what we truly want to do that we haven't been able to do, that we may have denied ourselves from doing. So, remind us, this is Wednesday, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So tomorrow's that Thursday support group around the coronavirus.
Go to the post. Click on it. Register. Don't be scared. This is a wonderful program. And I lead it in person. It's wonderful. Yeah. It's a video conference. It's totally free. And tomorrow night, we'll be playing Dreams of Peace. And Sweet Baby James and I have spent a lot of time in the last week getting our set working and getting, hopefully, all of the pieces working together that we've spent so much time doing.
And our tests have shown that it's working perfectly over and
right.
over.
Our recordings are working well, and we're not getting static, and hopefully when we live stream and record, it's going to work. And we had the time to do it, but we also wanted to do it. It's like taking seriously the life that you have and giving it everything you can in the moment. And you know, if you find yourself being abusive, call someone. Take the time to get the support to become the person you would rather be. And Deborah said, thank you, to become the best in the moment. Yes. And that's all we can do, is become the best we can in the moment, and the next moment will take care of itself.
Yes.
So we love our audience. You are so great. Please keep commenting. I will answer your comments after the show. And like and love. and share with everybody who needs to hear this, because so many people are getting antsy and crazy and feel like they have to go back to the old life, right? Because they're not ready to face themselves. And that's the most important job any of us has. If we face ourselves, we are moving forward.
Yes.
Share, share, share.
Bye for now.
Join us again every Monday and Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time for Granny Rocks.
And Dreams of Peace tomorrow night.
And Dreams of Peace tomorrow night. And hopefully it's going to work. Yes.
Beautifully. Well, the music's gorgeous. And now the technology is cooperating and transmitting that music very clearly.
So hopefully you'll be able to actually hear it. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.